let's say I'm Nick.
I'm Sam.
And I know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
I
know
what I'm
talking about. Yeah, no, that's definitely, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm glad that I'm here talking with you today because we've talked about starting a podcast, and that was months ago. Then we literally did nothing. We both said, dude, yeah, that would be dope. And then literally did nothing.
That's partially my fault. There's probably a few other people that I've talked about doing a podcast with, and they're like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, what is this? Yeah, no, I've actually talked about having a podcast with another friend named Sam. So when he sees this, it's going to be like, oh, okay. When found another Sam.
You've been replaced. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about.
See, at least you know what you're talking about. That's the most important thing. And I have done other podcasts, and I've mostly tried to do podcasts by myself, and it's really hard because it's like, how do you interact? How do you do anything? Like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
And you just end up talking to yourself.
Yeah, or I'm talking to an imaginary audience that doesn't exist. Like, I'm just like hoping and praying that they exist.
Meanwhile, I'm like, God bless, I need Sarah out of the house more often so I can talk to myself like normal. She just can't be there to see how crazy I am.
Yeah, no, for sure. I have a mental block if I'm trying to do something and I know someone else is here. Like, because, obviously I make YouTube videos and I'll do tutorials and things where I'm like, at my desk, facing the camera, lights are on, everything, my big, expensive, fancy mic is in front of my face. But if I hear like a footstep behind me, I freeze up and I don't know why. Like, I have experience on stage. I have experience in front of audiences. No Diddy. But
maybe a little Diddy.
I don't know why. If there's like one person and we're not like doing this together, I get all like in my own head. I don't know why.
Get out of there.
I'm trying. But now I don't have to worry about that because I got my friend Sam here.
We're live and we're comfortable.
Yes.
And we're talking about random shit for this podcast.
Absolutely. Like so my favorite thing about this whole idea is that we have known each other for a long time. But it wasn't like that. Like, we weren't like super close. We didn't like, even though we've known each other since we were literally kids, we didn't like grow up together.
Mm-hmm. It's the weirdest one because I was thinking about this today, actually. And I was like, we got to throw a shout out to Angelo and just be like, thank you.
For sure. Yes.
Because he's who introduced me. I had to have been at least 16 because I was driving myself and I was driving out to Angelo's place. So, like, it had to have been around then when you were hanging out with VJ.
Yeah.
And I remember going over to his place.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I was definitely around the same age, 16, 17, something like that. And, I knew that we were, like, in that same circle. Like, when we reconnected as adults. Yeah. And I was like, I know you, but I cannot remember from where. Right. Because if I'm being completely honest, I have the single worst memory of anybody that I know.
I'm right there.
And I saw a TikTok the other day that said that a bad memory can be directly linked to like trauma and like
what did I do to you? I didn't do anything.
It wasn't.
Cut the
right. It wasn't. It's like I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense though. Like my whole life is like not being able to remember anything, being linked to trauma totally checks out for me because there's so many things that I don't remember. And when I sit around and try to remember or something like this happens, it like floods back all those memories. And I'm like, oh no, I totally remember. Because what happened was we started working at the same job together as adults. And that's how we reconnected.
And like, what's funny, like I met you because I was working at a different job and I was like, I want to do some shit for myself, some graphic tees and whatnot. And you were doing something at Barcadia.
Yeah.
And I popped up in there just to like meet you and like, hey, I want to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, if you need help, like, how can I help you set stuff up? And like, I don't know, like, I just want to do this stuff. And then fast forward maybe like 2 months. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember back then I was like still like using Facebook, like people use Facebook. And I saw like an update that said, Sam started working at BioWorld. And I was like, I don't really know who this is, but I kind of do. But also, we're already friends on Facebook.
Were we?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And so I was like, wait, what? Like, okay, so we had already connected before that happened. And I was so confused. But then one day, after like we had already been hanging out and shit, I saw you posted like a throwback photo of yourself. And I was like, I know that person.
And
I totally remember that dude now.
Fair enough, because back then I had dreadlocks and they were like, I think I would be sitting on them at their max length for like how long the dreads were and how long I had them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't look like that.
Nope, not at all. So yeah, the second, like literally the second I saw that photo, I was like, that's the guy I met back then. That's who I remember now. And it totally made sense.
Yeah. Skateboarding and hip hop
Oh yeah.
brought us together.
Man. Hip hop, it's so like I had this phase where thinking about like my time making hip hop music, and like I feel so stupid saying I was a rapper, like, you know what I mean? Because you see me now and I'm just like old as shit, and
As we do.
it just seems so weird to be like, because you know, here's the thing, here's what like messes me up about it is that I was so serious about it back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, all of us, like you know, the other guys we mentioned, Angelo, his brother Anthony, my friend VJ, my brother, we were all doing stuff together, and it was our career, but we were also just like super young. But that's like what I decided to do as my career, and I took all the steps to like legitimately do it, put out records, be on tour, and it was at this underground level that I really wanted to be at. It was like I met a bunch of goals and all this stuff, whatever. But then you just meet a normal person today and you say, I was a rapper when I was young.
Yeah.
You sound like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. It is very close to me talking about skateboarding for me. Being like, yeah, once upon a time, the dream was to go pro.
Right.
It's always the same look, like, huh? It was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I had a dream. I pursued it hard as fuck. And
Yeah.
Yeah, today I went skateboarding, and
Oh, shit.
this was like do or die for me, because not do or die, but I have a knee injury from maybe around like age 23. And I've told you many times, like most of the time I'm wearing a knee brace, and this past like 2 years, I heard it, then I can't skate for a little bit, and I'm back skateboarding. I heard it again, I can't skate for a little bit. So today was a thing of the board I was using just felt like the pop was like gone and out of it.
Man.
I ordered a new board, chocolate board, their pop technology, and I was like, we're gonna try it. A board who's designed for like pop, and
Right.
see if I can get the board off the ground like I
Yeah.
should and normally do. And it went good. It was a good session. I think it
That's
was
awesome.
a board that I was hurting myself on. That I just got.
This whole time you're just like, God, my knee's fucked. You're like, no, you just bought the wrong stupid shit.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. When I was younger, I could have just made that board work, and like it
Yeah.
would not have been a big deal. But
Yeah.
getting older, I'm not as good as I used to be. So the idea of making do with what I had is not going to work.
Right. I kind of feel that way about a lot of things as I got older. Like, I don't like. It's nice like having like grown up money, you know, and you're like, oh, I don't have to make do with everything being half-assed. Like, I can buy what I need. I can get the right stuff and not like ruin myself, ruin my own life.
For sure. Yo, back in the day, I was at Fast Forward that turned into Zoomies.
Oh, my
and
God.
Those paychecks were not nice. They held me by, but I mean, it was what it was.
Right.
That money went right back into wherever it came from.
I know that life.
Yeah, it was too many nights of going out eating fast food and going to going to the skate park, and then after the skate park, going to get food at Denny's or IHOP. That was like a ritual.
Dude, tell me about it. Yeah, because when I was doing the hip hop stuff, I was part of this b-boy crew, and so I was always going to all the breakdancing events. There was like always battles. There was a lot of like really big regional things happening in Texas. We drove down to Austin a lot, and Denny's after every event, Whataburger after every event, just like 16, 17-year-old kids just
the good life when your body could just like work off that weight.
Dude,
it just hangs around now.
I wouldn't say I had that the athletic breakdancers did for sure, but I was just there as a rapper, and my genes were not cooperating like theirs. That's for sure.
Fair enough. God. So yeah, that's a little bit of our story and how we met.
Yeah.
Funny enough, met way back in the day, started working together accidentally. Because I started at Bio, and then like you left as I went into your department where you were working.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a funny note on that level.
Yeah, because I left for a minute. I came back in 2020. And then, so like we weren't going into the office or anything, whatever. And then when we started going back in the office, it was like we sit directly across from each other, like literally.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like, obviously I've met other people there that I've become friends with as well. But I have a bunch of friends from before any of us ever worked there. And we all work on the same floor. We're all like in the same area. Literally, Roger, one of my best friends for the longest time, sits literally like practically back to back to me as well. Like me and him are in a line.
Sometimes life just works out perfectly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But Dallas is tiny like that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I met that like knows this person that knows this person I used to skate with back in the day.
Right.
Sarah sees me, we go out, and she's like, I hate it because it's like, you either know them from skateboarding or just going out. And I was like, yeah, your boy spent way too much time out in them streets.
Dude, tell me about it.
Way
For
too
real.
much time.
I will say, like, I feel like that sort of thing doesn't happen to me as much as it used to out here. And excuse me, it's probably because I'm too old to be doing some of that shit. So when I go out, ain't nobody from my crowd left out there.
Yes.
I'll walk into a bar or something, or it will just be me and my crowd that I'm there with, and then a bunch of other people that make me feel like I'm too old to be where I am.
Yes, man. We're old. We're dying.
Some of us more than others. I'm not going to turn this into the diabetes podcast, but my feet hurt. I'm just going to put it to you that way. I'm getting up there, bro.
I just took my shoes off.
Hell yeah. I was reading something today that was saying, it's because now I've ruined my TikTok algorithm into just being. I guess I shouldn't say I ruined it, but I've infused it with diabetes content now because I looked up, two things.
For sure.
And so now I'm getting fed, diabetes stuff on my FYP. And I saw this thing, and it was talking about like the shoes you should wear, and like you should always like kind of, yeah, because. If you get like you're more susceptible to like problems with your feet or whatever. And it was like, yeah, you should wear like comfy, like foamy shoes, even indoors. And I was like, bro, I've been wearing these motherfucking things all the time, constantly. I was like, I knew it. And I've been wearing them, for the last year or whatever. And so I was super stoked. So I bought another pair. So I got a brand new pair in a slightly different color. These are coffee as compared to my other ones, which are bone white.
Oh, okay, nice.
But
nice.
My goal is to have the podcast get big enough that Lusso decides to sponsor us. We need a sponsor.
That'd be nice. Yo.
So I'm going to start gunning from literally day one that our first sponsor, Lusso.
If you don't help us out, that's kind of like you want him to have diabetes.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
That's so messed up.
He went there.
You can cure people of diabetes with your shoes.
That's true. We can make a diabetes collab. Like they got all these other like cool ass collabs and awesome brands and stuff, and then it's just like diabetes.
I feel a lot better.
Just a bunch of old fucks just wearing the shoes. Like, oh man, no.
Hey man, there's a market and a niche for everybody.
That's
Let
true.
us fill that hole.
Yes,
Diddy.
absolutely. No Diddy. No Diddy. I mean, that is on the brain right now. It is one of the biggest things in the news right now. I cannot avoid all of the Diddy content. I can't even say I want to.
I don't want to. I
Bro.
love seeing this.
I will watch everything that comes across my FYP on that. It's just too good.
So I'm a little hurt and like upset. So I'm sure a lot of you guys know there was a time and period around COVID time where there were people that were part of a certain wing that wore floral shirts.
Oh,
The Proud Boys?
Yes.
Is that whatever group that was.
yeah, I believe so.
I can only imagine, or I don't have to imagine anymore, but those people that just like floral pattern shirts can't wear those anymore because the Proud Boys ruined it.
Right.
Damn it if Diddy didn't put in that same boat because
My God.
I'm happy that I'm like in a serious committed relationship because there's no new thing I can introduce now that would make her like
Right. It's like if there's something that you liked
yes.
that was already problematic and we didn't know it, that's not your fault.
No. But
If Mo Money Mo Problems comes on the radio and you didn't turn it on, I think you could still jam it right now.
we're still gonna jam that out.
But he's not convicted yet. I don't support anything that piece of shit did.
It's nuts. I didn't realize the level it was until I saw the Cassie thing.
Yeah.
And then I flooded immediately back to Kim Porter and I was like, did that motherfucker do that shit?
Dude,
Did he do that? Kid Cudi's car?
he
Did
blew
blow it
up Kid Cudi's car. What the fuck?
I knew he was sus because he threw a kettlebell at his son's coach.
Okay,
And
I didn't
was
hear
like,
that.
Yeah, this was like back in the day. This was well before that, around COVID time also. But yeah, he threw a kettlebell at his son's coach for whatever sport he was playing. And in my head, I'm like, you throwing a fucking kettlebell? Like
That's crazy.
You don't want them to get up.
Seriously, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I did not know that. I saw like there's like 120 new cases that are being brought up against him from like a lawyer in Texas, and there's like all these things dating back. I think they said the oldest accusation was dating back to 1991.
God bless. That was for sure whenever B.I.G. was around still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Man, I'm when my Biggie songs come on and Diddy's just talking in the front of it, I'm just like, man,
Take that.
it's ruining all my Biggie songs now. Like, Mo Money Mo Problems was my go-to karaoke song for years. Like, that's my go-to song, and now I absolutely cannot do that because he has a full rapping verse on that.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to tell you this. This is one of my things that I was going to tell you today. So I was talking about this yesterday, and I was a Bad Boy super fan when I was a kid.
I can only imagine seeing little Nick in the room. Take that.
This is so embarrassing. I was not a Puff Daddy stan. I was not a super fan of him.
Okay.
I was a Biggie fan.
Bet.
I liked the Locks. I liked Mace.
Okay.
You know, like there was always like, I mean, there was a lot of randoms, you know, I mean, I wasn't a super big R&B person, but 112, you know, like all of it, like, you know, there was so many good records that I liked on Bad Boy, and I loved like New York back then because all the underground rap that I liked started in New York and all this stuff or whatever. And I was just like, this is dope. I wore like Yankees hats because I loved Bad Boy so much. They all wore them, you know what I mean? Chic, rocking that, you know, tilted, fitted, all that stuff. I used to wear the Timberlands.
The butted Timberlands, I'm about to say.
Bro, I had all that shit. I thought I was from New York. I thought I was Bad Boy for life. I had the most embarrassing thing. I bought a gold Bad Boy Entertainment logo earring.
Wait, with the little kid?
With the little baby.
Hat?
Yes. The full-on logo with the baby and the Bad Boy text under it in a gold earring that I wore before I had gauges or anything.
I mean, yo, Bad Boys was the shit for a hot minute. And, like, the only way he can get to where he's at with, like, the 1,000 bottles of baby oil Bad Boys had to have been the shit.
Luckily that earring was bootleg. I did not contribute to him financially by buying that. Maybe some records.
Those earrings did not purchase any baby oil.
Absolutely not. No. Maybe for the guy that ran the kiosk at Townies Mall.
A lot of people like baby oil. It's fucking... all right, whatever.
There's so many uses.
So many uses.
Oh,
there's
man.
one specific one, but there's so many.
Right. There's only one specific use for 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I'll tell you that.
To be forever clean. Forever.
Oh my God. Yeah, I remembered that yesterday. I was on one of my memory lanes, it was coming back to me, and I was having a conversation about it, and I was like, okay, got to talk about this.
I mean, we weren't going to avoid it.
And no, not at all. Not at all.
On the note of P. Diddy and his sexual escapades, I was trying to find it earlier. Hopefully, maybe by the time this is released, we'll find it and we can link the video in somewhere, maybe in the middle.
Do it in post.
Yeah, in post. There's this dude on Instagram who has an account where all he does is he looks through RSO, registered sex offenders, for his dating. And God bless it. I hope it's real.
Oh my God.
It's real.
Oh my God.
It's the funniest thing because if it's satire, it's done in the same way as Kevin Lee's Food Critic, where he's
okay.
in his car.
Yeah. Keith Lee.
Yeah, Keith Lee. My bad. Kevin Lee is his brother.
Yes.
Keith Lee, he does his little thing. He does it similar to that, but he's got pictures. He's got what they went in for. And I'm just like, leave these poor women alone.
Oh my God.
But it's hilarious because he's like, they're down for it. They did that stuff. And I was like,
no.
For what? Because there's thousands of reasons to be on that list. But he's looking for them and might as well they just confirm it whenever they're talking or whatever.
Holy shit.
But this man's Instagram account has given me joy.
Dude, and I bet the comments don't let you down either.
No, never. They never do.
Oh, my God.
Especially on that topic alone.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah, we definitely got to find this. That's too good. Yeah, we'll find it and we'll link it for sure. Man, that's so good. Oh, dude. Yeah, I've been on TikTok a lot. That's been my shit lately.
Yeah.
And that's where I find most of the things that I send you. And
I see the links. I keep my TikTok around specifically for you to send me.
You got to. But I'm determined to get you on TikTok, and specifically so you can see those things, 2 weeks before you're seeing them on Reels now.
True. That isn't true.
Because everything anybody sends me on Instagram, I have to not everything, but most things I have to fake laugh. Be not respond.
Sure.
I saw that a week ago.
Sure.
I already saw that. Because that's a dick move.
It is, and I appreciate you saying that because I don't think enough people get this. They're sending it to you because they think of you.
100%.
And all you have to do, if you've seen it, just give them that reaction you had the first time you saw it.
Absolutely. You're not in person. You don't have to physically fake a laugh.
Nope.
But you know what? That shit made me laugh. And I like it because I'm happy that you like the same shit that I do. And that's why we're friends.
That's correct.
But to be fair, you send me a lot of shit that I hadn't seen before.
I'm
going to give you your props.
I dive deep and I might be on Instagram too much. It might be close to a problem.
That's fair. Yeah, see, I like it on TikTok because you don't have to dive deep. They just feed it to you. And, that's me. I'm just a glutton. I just want to lay in bed and be fed. Just show me what's important. Show me what you think I need to see.
Feed me, Seymour.
Exactly. That fits my lifestyle, my lifestyle that I want. It's like they say, don't dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want.
Search, doom scroll for the...
Yes, exactly.
I need the real I need right now.
Exactly. In my PJs, under my blanket. That's it. Yeah, man, I'm glad we're doing this. This is fucking dope.
It's very good.
Very dope. I've wanted to do something with a friend. I've started a couple with a friend, and they didn't work out. And I think it was just because it was just too structured. It was too many rules.
Agreed.
Too much homework.
Whenever you have to do too much, it can be a daunting task. And like my ADHD will sometimes have me in a paralysis for a good little bit.
Right. So I like this because it's like the homework is just what we already do.
Yes.
The homework is just finding funny shit online and talking to each other about it.
And now that we're doing this, I probably won't send you as much stuff.
Yeah, I thought about that.
It's probably going to be like, I'm going to hold this one. This is a topic for I know what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, that's like earlier when you first got here and we were set up and we were sitting down. We just started talking, and then you were like, we should be recording this. Like, this is the podcast.
Right.
Like,
and to pick that back up, the mask. I was telling him about our Halloween costume.
Yes.
We're going to be doing some stuff for it. Maybe we'll keep who we're going to be as a surprise.
Yeah,
and y'all will see it on that episode.
For sure.
We'll be in costume. It's October. Why not?
Absolutely.
But the mask I got for it fits around my face. It's damn near perfect for what I'm trying to do with it. And it comes in multiple layers. So I was telling him I got it spray painted. Now I got to just mold it a little bit, but it's going to be pretty easy because it has a metal mesh underneath it, and that is pretty rigid. So, as I'm blocking the mic, so I can mold it, or not mold it, but bend it to my face, and it'll hold its shape well.
Yeah.
So I was extremely excited about that, and it's coming together well.
That's dope. Did you get the rest of it?
I have to get the fabric for the top part, but I have most other accessories.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I'm going to do now is probably just run by Party City, see if I can find like a skull or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I can place it on my body or something.
For sure. No, I think that'll be good, man. I'm excited to see that one. Mine all arrived just before you did.
Oh.
I got a couple Amazon packages over there with, I believe, everything, which I ended up spending like $60 on it, which I didn't think I was going to spend that much.
Yeah.
Because most of what I needed was like $30, but then I kind of splurged on some fancy fake blood.
Ooh.
In hopes that it'll do exactly what I need it to do.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked to dive into that.
Y'all are gonna dig that shit too.
I hope so. So at our job, they're very. We have a big Halloween presence there. So we do a big costume contest, and like they do like a group costume and like decorating and all this stuff or whatever. And I've been working there for like I started working there 12 years ago. That's insane. Yeah. But I did take my little break, so I haven't been working there for 12 years. I think 10 total. Mm-hmm. But anyway, back in the day, I actually won a couple of the costume contests.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I won first place once, and I won second place twice, I believe. So one time I was, because I used to have a huge beard, and I did Forrest Gump when he's running, and because I'm not afraid to wear the shortest shorts known to man,
as you are right
as
now.
I am right now.
Look at them legs.
I got the tiniest little like running shorts that I could find, and put the like shit smiley face on my yellow t-shirt, and put on a Jesus wig, and I was Forrest Gump running. I think I got second place on that one. I think there was another year. I can't remember, but I think I got second place dressing as the bearded lady. So I had full makeup, full wig done up, dress. And I was bigger then, so you could really see my man boobs in the dress. Like it was like cinched perfectly.
You had the cleavage going?
I didn't have a cleavage, but it was just like a good looking rack.
So Diddy would have been proud.
Yes, absolutely.
He would have used at least one of those bottles.
I even went to Payless and bought some giant shoes, women's flats, and wore them all day. And I even skated in them in the office. I was riding around on my penny board. I miss
that there's no penny boards being written in the office.
Dude, I know. I think about taking my penny board back to the office all the time, but I haven't done it yet. So my one first place win, I dressed as our boss, Chick.
Really?
Yes. And that one is so dumb because it's so niche, like dressing as a person that you work with.
You're right.
But he is also so specific.
Of his style.
Like,
it's a very... Maybe we put a picture in
for
Chick.
sure. For sure. Because he looks
Y'all
like...
need to look.
One of my friends coined the term vampire boss because he looks like a vampire. And he kind of looks like Iggy Pop a little bit. And he dresses like a rock star and like wears super deep V-necks and has a chest tattoo and all this stuff or whatever. So I did all of that. The wardrobe. I even shaved my beard off entirely for the costume. I put on some eyeliner on my face, everything. It was wild. I won $100 and spent it all at the bar that night. Dressed as my boss.
I hope you got him a drink too.
He didn't go. He wasn't even in town. I didn't know. Yeah, so I just showed up dressed as him, and he wasn't even there.
They're probably like, "Hey, Chick, can you wait?"
Hey, right. I was sitting in his office all day. I put my feet up on the desk and everything. It was wild.
This is back at the old office.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, dude, it was so funny. And like, he started texting me because he was like, "Everybody's sending me pictures of you today." Oh man. So yeah, I hope we stand a chance.
Yeah, we'll see. My costume is going to be cool. I don't know if it's going to be like enter in a contest and see what happens. Maybe we'll see. My friend's doing a little party, so I'm going to be dressing up for that, and he does contests.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody at those go to the same level as the people at our office.
Right.
They go all out. Like, we're nerds, and we work in fashion. So
yeah, and a lot of people
have
cosplay.
skill. Yeah, Ashley is right next to me. Us.
Yep.
She kills it with her stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited though. I like my idea. I've had it for the longest and just never acted on it. And I was like, it's a simple, easy one to do.
Yeah.
Y'all will see soon enough.
It's good because it's recognizable. Mine's not going to be recognizable unless you are on the internet a lot.
Right. And I from all the pictures I see of like the flights.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to go to it.
No.
Never mind. Scratch that. I don't want to ruin his
It's all
thing.
good. It's all good. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm ready to get that thing
If you're
going.
anywhere near our age range, I'll probably say you for sure know what we're talking about. Or
Right.
You'll recognize
Right.
it.
This is going to be my costume is going to be the perfect butt of a joke when people go, "What is this? My search history?" That's the best clue I can give you. I don't know what else to do there.
And it's not even, that is so vague, but it's on point because I know what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God. Shit, dude. I mean, this is awesome. This is our first episode. We did it.
Episode down. They're going to be short and sweet for you guys so y'all don't get too bored.
Absolutely. We want to keep you wanting more, come back.
Yes, and listen to us when we tell you what we know what we're talking about.
Because we know what we're talking about.
We know what we're talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
He knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's talking about.
Later.
Peace.